Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. We hope that you're happy or at least trying to be happy in these uncertain times.
Today's video is focused on all those who will be arriving in the Netherlands very soon.
We know what a nightmare it is to find a living place here. So today we will be talking about the housing situation, how you can rent a place for yourself, how you can avoid scams and everything that is related to it.
So guys, have you started looking for a place yet? If you are arriving in September, then we highly recommend that you start your search as soon as possible. Because trust me guys, it's not that easy to find a place here.
So we are here to talk about 4 types of housings that you can go for based on your preferences.
But before diving into the good stuff, we would request you to please understand that we want to make videos which revolve around a certain topic.
So we do not want to create content which revolves around everything and in the process fails to deliver comprehensive information. Thus, we will be talking only about housing options.
We will make a completely different video to talk about terms like sublets, furnished, unfurnished apartment, housing allowances and much more.
This is the easiest way to save yourself from any possible scams and procure a well-furnished place to live in. But then again, because of these very reasons, this category is very competitive.
Every college has some contract with housing companies and they reserve some limited number of rooms with each company. The price of each room can range from 400 to 1000 euros.
Some of the very popular housing companies are Camelot, Holland to Stay, Duvo, Student Hotel, SSH, also known as Short Stay Housing and much more.
What happens is, as soon as you get your acceptance from a Dutch university and you confirm your admission, you will receive an email from the university in few weeks which will inform you about the future housing options. This email will let you know the housing companies with which the university has a contract with.
You will then have to say that you will opt for such housing. The university will then send you the dates on which the housing company will start taking bookings. That will be the day, guys, when your clicking and typing speed will be tested. Everyone will be waiting for that day, and as soon as the bookings open, the apartments, they will be sold out in minutes. I myself wanted to book an SSH apartment, but by the time I finished entering my details, all the apartments were gone. So when you decide to go for this option, a tip here, don't limit yourself to just one housing company. Always have backups.
Some companies will put you in their waiting list if you did not manage to get a room. If you manage to book a place for yourself, then you will be contacted by a housing company asking for your arrival details. You will also have to pay the deposit and some initial charges like a cleaning fee or registration amount.
See, you were like us and unfortunately you did not manage to get a place for yourself through the student housing option. Don't lose hope. There are still some ways in which you can find a place for yourself. I mean, we know your frustration. We have been there and we have done that.
All the housing companies that we just talked about, not all of them are purely student housing companies. Some are just housing companies who provide studio apartments to those in need.
Camelot and Holland to Stay are 2 such options that you can look for. What they do is they open their available apartments for a lottery system. You have to pay an initial registration amount which can range from 20 to 100 euros. You will then be put in the list of applicants.
On a decided date, the company will announce the lottery winner and that person will get the apartment. If you do not get an apartment on your first try, then don't worry. You can apply for another lottery.
Now remember the registration fee that I just talked about? That is a one-time charge. Meaning, if you have paid once, then you can appear for as many lotteries as you like until you get a place.
There are other housing companies like our campus who also offer very good studio apartments. They do not have a lottery system, but they have a waiting list option. You can register with them by paying 100 euros. Then after a waiting period, which can be as long as 6 to 8 months, you will be offered a place.
We would always suggest the first timers to go for a housing company. We agree that the apartments that they offer can be on the pricey end, but when you are in a new country, then you really need the stable ground to let yourself feel the positivity that a place has to offer.
Without a place to settle in, you will carry that tiny thought in your mind wherever you are, and it won't help you achieve a happy mindset. Also, with this category, you do not have to worry about any housing scams.
Okay, so we didn't know what to name this category and came up with housing services. What we mean by this newly invented term is that there are some companies like Clock which will find a house for you.
You will have to register with these companies by paying a small amount. You will then fill a form stating your situation and your requirements.
So you can say that I am looking for a room for one person, the room should be unfurnished, the room should be near my college, and the rent that I'm willing to pay is say 500 euros. The company will then confirm the reception of your request and will let you know the date by when they will be ready with some housing options that you can choose from.
On the set date, you will receive an email with say 10 apartment choices. You can select the one which you think is best for you, and the company will connect you with the landlord and you can proceed with the booking.
This is another safe option in our opinion for newcomers. You can be assured that the apartment you're looking for is an authentic deal and you're not getting scammed.
But please understand that these apartments will not be as great as the ones from the housing companies. Those companies regularly maintain their studios and will give you facilities like oven, refrigerator, Wi-Fi. When you go to an independent apartment, there will be a lot of things that you will have to take care of.
Just like the housing services, you can also find a broker for yourself. He or she will then look for an apartment for you, but before giving them any money, make sure that they are authentic. I mean, guys, in the upcoming category, we have a list of tips that you can use to ensure that the deals you're getting comes without the tag of scam.
This is a completely DIY or do-it-yourself category. This requires immense patience, proactiveness, and investigation skills.
There are so many housing websites which list the properties available to rent. Some examples are Pararius, Camanet, Fonda, or the very famous Facebook marketplace or groups. Of course, there are so many other ones.
All the websites or housing companies that we have been talking about, you can find their link in the description box below. There are so many things to say about this category, so we thought that maybe we can divide it into tips and tell you one by one instead of making a big monologue about it.
So guys, here they are. Tip 1. Join as many Facebook groups as possible and actively look for available rental options there. Before coming here and even now, we are a part of around 20 or 30 groups. Many people rent their places and they do post these availabilities on these groups. Thus, always be on a lookout.
Tip 2. Once you join a group, post your requirements there. Lose your shy self behind. Just go ahead, write about yourself and your requirements and say that you need a place. Do this more often because most of the time it will happen that your post will go unnoticed. So do this as frequently as you can.
Tip 3. Now when you're writing that Facebook post, don't write your introduction as your resume. Don't say that I have been a software developer for 4 years and working with technologies like Java and DevOps. Describe yourself. Use sentences like, hey, I'm from India. I'll be studying in Utrecht soon and I'm looking for a place to rent for at least a year. I'm a clean person. I don't have any pets. I'm also a no nuisance individual. So rest assured that your place will be harm-free.
Reach out to as many future colleagues as possible. It is quite hard to find a place where you have so many requirements like 1 bedroom, furnished apartment, 500 euros. What you can do is connect with your future colleagues. Say you found 2 more colleagues who are in the same position, the 3 of you can then look for a place together. Thus you are increasing the search parameters. The 3 of you can easily afford a pricier place if you divide the cost among yourselves.
Tip 5. Usually when a homeowner decides to rent out his or her apartment, they like to know the tenants beforehand. Thus be open to video calling options or any other method of communication. Many homeowners organize house viewings which you of course cannot go to. In that case, tell them that a friend of yours which you found through Facebook groups and suggested by us will be coming in your place. Your friend can then video call you when he or she will reach there and then the homeowners can get to know you better. Thus, be open to everything, and be as much proactive as you can be.
Tip 6. Say you didn't find any friend through Facebook group, but you managed to find a good place for yourself. How to make sure that it is indeed an authentic deal? You can contact your university. Yes, the university has a whole different department to help out the international students. You can tell them your situation, give them the address of the place that you think you will be renting. The university will then perform their own search and let you know if the deal is indeed authentic.
This tip works in real life, and we say this from our own personal experience. We were looking for a one-bedroom apartment and finalized a place, and were about to transfer the deposit amount, which was like 1,000 euros. At the very last moment, the university emailed us that the pictures of the place and the website, they were fake. And the listed address was true, but the property there costed much more than the so-called homeowner was telling us.
That was the video, guys. We know that we still haven't touched upon things like registration, terms like sublet and housing allowances. Rest assured, we have a video coming very soon to cover these topics.
In this video, we wanted to focus only on the various housing categories that you can explore for yourself. Please understand that we want to make videos which revolve only around one topic. We do not want to create content which revolves around everything, and as we said before, in the process fails to deliver the comprehensive information.
We try to discuss the housing option topic in as much detail as possible. You can find links to all the housing companies, services or websites in our description box below.
If you want to read more about this, then you can also visit our blog and use the chat feature there to connect with us. I mean, we'll be very happy to talk to you guys and answer all your queries.
Until then, please like the video and subscribe to our channel. In the comment box below, let us know your thoughts, your questions or future video requests. See you next time. Bye.